Hello, my name is Max and welcome to the third video, I guess, but of 2025. But I am also still counting down 2024 because I remembered I make a little list here of all the games I played throughout the year. I did for 2024, I'm doing for 2025, and I just wanted to maybe talk a little bit about it. So yeah, also an opportunity to tell you when I play games. I play Mondays and Saturday in sort of a group, which it's like a public group. We have a Facebook group and everything, and I've become administrator over 3 or 4 years playing with these guys. And yeah, we play Mondays and Saturdays. Of course, not everyone, every single one of them. Sometimes we have to cancel, sometimes we can't, because on Saturdays maybe we go to a birthday or something. And then we play quite sporadically on Tuesdays in a little cafe in the 6th largest city in Denmark, Randers. There's a little cafe called The Opera. And I was very confused first time we went there, because I heard the guys in the group talking about like, yeah, we play at the Opera here on Tuesdays. And then one time my wife had been for something in there with her friends, and they were like, hey, we should go there, all the group of 5 of us, of the friends that are separate from the board game, to the Opera. And I was like, hey, exciting to see this opera. And then it's just a cafe in the middle of the street. I was a little bit disappointed, but also like, okay, not what I expected. But yeah, those are the 3 main days we play, and then of course we make deals. Me and a friend who play games, we try and meet up on Thursdays, but it's not every time, and we've been quite bad this year, which I will perhaps mention. But other than that, maybe me and my wife plays, you know. So yeah, this year it was so it's an average of like, I think it averages out to 2 meetups per week, 2 meetup, right? With cancellations and stuff, just about. So we played 155 games this year. So it is about 3 unique games per year. Of course, the actual 3 unique games per week would be 156, and I'm personally a little bit annoyed that we didn't get that one more play. But whatever, what can I do? Not much. And of those 155, 70 of them I've played once this year. Yep, only once. And most of those games that I played only once is from the Opera that I talked about, the cafe, where all of a sudden we'll notice that they have, I mean, for example, it's actually down here somewhere, the crypto was the one where we're like, oh, should we try that one? And we tried it, just randomly. Some notable ones that are down here only played once. War of the Ring was only played once this year. That's what I'm talking about. That's me and my mate usually on Thursdays. We meet up. We haven't been that good at doing that this year, and War of the Ring was only played once on those occasions. So yeah, I wanna try and play that more this year. I'm trying to get one in a couple of weeks. Other than that, what did we only play once? Well, The Crew I played for the first time this year once. So yeah, but yeah, a lot of them. I'm looking through this one. It's like, yeah, Meme Meister, that was on at the Opera just one time. Timeline, Confident, yeah. Most of these are just once for some random reason at the Opera, or some because I absolutely hated them, like Ashram 10,000 Questions. I don't know if you have that internationally, Bullseye. These are quiz games which I just said no thank you. So yeah, but yeah, I think Everdell was only played once this year as well. That is something that I want to bump up as well. I really like Everdell. War of the Ring and Everdell, they're gonna have to be played more this year. Definitely. Then there was 35 games that I played twice. So yeah, War of the Ring, the card game, was played twice this year. That's of course also something where like I want to get that number up. I really like that game. Star Wars Rebellion, the other game me and my mate play when we just meet up on Thursday, was only played twice. So you can see that's only 3 Thursdays in the year. Now there's some other ones in here that we played on Thursdays. I believe we had a game of Distilled, which is also twice on a Thursday and stuff. But those 2 games, Rebellion and War of the Ring, we want to bump those numbers up a little bit. So yeah, anything else down here that I'm seeing? Well, there's a few of the Lord of the Rings games that I got in, a few Ticket to Rides, but again, we usually play different Ticket to Rides, so I can expect them to be in around here. I've got 2 Sureto, the junior version and the dual version is down here. Riverside, only twice. Unfortunately, I'm the only one in the group that really likes this game. I really love Riverside, but that's just how it is. Baron Park, only twice, but again, there's not many in the group that I can get to play it. So yeah, another quiz game that was played twice for some reason. Quicks played for the first time this year, and played it twice even. So yeah, and then we have 12 games played 3 times. So yeah, what's down here? Another quiz game. Them Sky Team and K2. I think they play pretty well. Sky Team will probably play more this year because again, me and my wife can enjoy that game together. Lords of Waterdeep was played 3 times. Rummy Cup was played 3 times, which is a high amount. Now that I used to play that game a lot when we went camping because that was the ones that we could play over there when I was a child, right, with my mom and her friends. So we played that 3 times this year, which was on the same night actually. I remember we played 3 rounds, 3 players, we all won 1. Risk was played 3 times. That will quite possibly that can be boosted this year because I have the Lord of the Rings version and I want to play it more. And it stops up here with Dixit Europe. Apparently only 3 times this year. But again, as I say, we play different ticket rights constantly. Seven Wonders Duel, by the way, was only played once this year, and that makes sense in just a second when we get a little bit higher. But 8 games was played 4 times, and basically at 4, 5, and 6 is like where I like to have the games because at least the highest, more difficult game, like Castles of Burgundy is an example, and Meadow, both on 4 plays, and I think that's fine. Maybe I will want to play them 5 times next year, but 4 plays for those is a good amount. Dune Imperium, also 4 times, but that might actually go up because my friend just bought it. So he's going to bring it and they want to play it. And I might as well join them. A quiz up here, Logo Quiz, which is a game where you quiz on logos. Played 4 times. Spectacular, played 4 times, which is quite nice because I got that fairly late in the year, so that's cool. And Aquaretto, of course the Sularetto sequel copy game, played 4 times as well. So yeah, these games, nice to put in 4 or 5-ish games. 6 games were played 5 times. You have here Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth. I got this kind of late and it's a 2-player game, so it's not going to be played as much. But yeah, 5 times is a good amount of times and my wife likes it, so we are probably going to play it a lot more next time, and a lot more than 7 Wonders Duel has ever been played. Telestrations on 5 times, that's nice. Nice that a little sort of party game there. But again, I don't know, maybe that's a higher. What else do we have on Hues and Cues? Getting 5 plays is actually incredible because my wife got it in bloody December. Like literally, it was part of my Christmas present for her. So like the 22nd, I gave it to her. I believe that was a Sunday. In Denmark, we give a present every Sunday, and I sort of had the 4 Sundays build up to this present to her. So yeah, 5 plays is pretty incredible. We've already played it once this year, so it's going to go up. Yeah, and then 3 games played 6 times, and I might as well just go with them. So we have The Mind, played 6 times, good game, got it late in the year as well. Part of Secret Santa, so that might be played even more next year. Hint, was played 6 times, surprisingly. I feel like we never played but 6 times, again that's once every other month, you know. And then My Decade, I guess, in the English. It's basically a quiz games which go in and say, you know, this is the 1990s, this is the 2000s. Played 6 times. Even. That's incredible. But I count them together, so I don't know if it's the 1990s or the 2000s or whatever. I'm usually okay with playing it when it's the 2000s or the 2010s because I can keep up. But the 1990s, 1980s, just I don't know anything. Politics as well. And we have got 4 games on 7 plays. And we have Creature Comforts, which nicely hit 7 plays. And it's, again, it's one of those games alongside It's a Wonderful World. They could be sitting nicely here in 7. That's high for them. Wrong Party as well, reached 7, a drafting game, which some of the group really like, some of the group really don't like. And one in the group constantly forgets that he really don't like it, so he plays with it all the time. And Lord of the Rings, the card game. And the interesting thing about Lord of the Rings card game being on 7 plays is only one of those is multiplayer. I played this game 6 times solo. But the same with K2, that was down there, 3rd down, that's all solo plays. And that one, I believe it was 3 times, 2 or 3 times. All solo plays of these games. Interesting enough, those 2 I just really like playing solo, and I can play them solo and I can actually get them played. So yeah, I might do more of that. 2 games hit 8 plays. It is 7 Wonders, which yeah, I mean that's where it will sit nicely on about. And Smart 10, which is another quiz game, which I actually do pretty well on because of how well it works. So we usually play that one. A single game got 9 plays. Draftosaurus, and I honestly didn't think this one would go very high, but then all of a sudden reached 9, and I tried to get it to 10 but couldn't. But it's usually because when we played twice, 2 or 3 times in a row. Like it happened every time. We played 2 or 3 times in a row. But yeah, Draftosaurus, nice game about drafting dinosaurs. Love it. One game on 10 plays, Jamaica. Yeah. Was of course bought into the group this year because somebody wanted it, and we play it regularly, almost once a month. And then we have 2 games on 11 plays. One is Ego, which is a game about knowing your friends, and it's an easy party game. We can play about 6-7 people in it, so it's one of those that's going to reach the table 11 times. It's kind of low for it actually. And then Heat, Pedal to the Metal, was played 11 times. Yeah, I mean it's one of my favorite games, and it's one of my mate's favorite game, and all the others pretty much like it, so we played a lot. And then we have 2 games on 12 plays. So once a month we play this game. It is Besserwisser, the quiz game. I don't think I have to explain that. And yeah, it reach once a month. That's about how much they can get me to play that. And Sularedo. That makes me happy to know that it is played an average of once a month. That is a nice amount of play to play my favorite game, especially when not all the other guys like it as much. So Sularedo on 12 plays, I like that. Then we have 2 games on 13 plays. Bang the Dice game, played regular throughout, but it's the same thing. We don't play it many nights, but when we do play it, we play it again 2, 3, 4 times. I mean, New Year's Eve, we played it 3 times alone. I won 2 of them. Woo! But that's in 2025 we played it, yeah. And Forest Shuffle, and this one I think is kind of crazy, because I just, hold on, I have to try and find something here, because 13 plays, I mean its average is more than once per month. But the interesting part is, if I can just find the correct website here, because I believe it's from in here, not 2025 please, it's 2024. I believe it's in here. I will just check, but I believe it's in here. The expansion is there. Okay, but no, because it wasn't in 2023 that I fucking ordered. When did I order the expansion? Okay, here is the expansion, which was on the... Oh, okay. August I ordered the expansion. Okay. So it was earlier than I thought, because I actually remembered Forest Shuffle not getting into my collection until like November-ish. But I ordered the Alpine expansion in August, so it probably was in my collection at least in July, the Forest Shuffle game. Okay. So it's a little bit less, it's twice per month then. But I thought it was more impressive because I thought I got it in November. But it's definitely one that's hit this table, and every time I bring it, it's like, ooh, Forest Shuffle, let's play it. So that's awesome to have a game like that. And the remaining here, the top 7 are all unique in their number, right? There's only one game that's been played this amount of times. So on 16 plays, in 7th place, it is Totally Blank. I believe that's the English word for it. Got a new version this year, I believe. Maybe we'll check that out. But yeah, 16 plays of that one, and it's another one of those where usually we play twice when we play it. We actually didn't this past one, because you can see down here, it's on 1 play this year. So usually we play it twice when we play it. Totally Blank. In 6th place with 17 plays, it is Codenames. And another one. Now I do count together the different one. Like we usually play the Disney version, but we have played the regular version or the picture version, but they're all the same, so I can just count them all in one. And on that matter, I believe that in total we played about 15 Ticket to Ride games this year. About 15, I believe, in total. In 5th place, the top 5 here, 22 plays, is Hard to Get. And this is another one that's a bit weird, because Hard to Get, basically one person has a coordinates to a 5x5 grid and knows a card which has a word on it. And then they draw up some cards that have 2 words on them. It could be hard and soft. And then you kind of have to say, well, this is more hard than it is soft. And then you look at the grid and try to guess based on 5 clues that the person gives. And usually we play, like, it goes fairly quickly, and then we guess incorrectly, we guess correctly, yay, and then usually it's like, oh, I want to be the one giving clues, I want to be the one giving clues, and we go around like 3 or 4 people giving clues. All of those is a game. I count it as. I don't count it as one game, so that's probably why it's so high. I wonder if I counted all the times we just played them as you know, going around, because I don't know exactly what the rules are there. It might only be 5 actually, because you, again, this this takes the cake, right? On all the other ones, it's like 2, maybe 3 times. This one is like 5 times every time that we play it. So it's not a lot. In 4th place with 29 plays, and this was actually number 1 at some point. Like, it was challenging for number 1. It's then dropped off, I think, just because I stopped bringing it, because I was growing a little bit tired in it, but I'm gonna stop bringing it again now because I want to play it again. Dinosaur Tea Party. It's a game where you try to guess which dinosaurs your opponents are. Yeah, 29 times this year. As I said, we basically, when I brought it, we would play it, and then to start and to finish off the nights almost. So we played it a lot at the start, and then it dulled down a little bit on that, and yeah, 29 times. In 3rd place is a Reiner Knizia game, actually. It's the 2nd Reiner Knizia game that I've played. It's the one that I enjoyed the most. It has been played 31 times. And which Reiner Knizia game can be played that much? Well, Llama. I even own it myself now, and actually it needs 2 elves, not just 1. I believe. Well, I'll check that later. But yeah, Llama 31 times is another one that has been at number 1, has been challenging. But in the end, the top 2 games that played the most is 41 plays and 42 plays. And funny enough about the one in the 42 plays, asked my friend, like, hey, we played this the most. How many do you think times we played it this year? Just about. And he said 15. That was his guess. I laughed a little bit about him because normally my top 7 is more than 15 plays. But yeah. But in 2nd place first, 41 plays, it is Dixit. Yes, it is another one which we usually start off with alongside Dinosaur Tea Party Llama. These simple games, they can always be brought out. We're like, oh, what do we want to play? Or maybe it's like, hey, it's time to get something to eat. What can we play alongside that? Well, we can play Dixit or Dixit or the other one here, once we sort of eat. So they are just get played an insane amount. I mean, it's basically every single time we play. Although we probably made up for more than 100 times, so it's not even half. Maybe it's half. It's difficult to say. I don't track it fully. Maybe I should actually track how many times we've been to the group and played this year, so I can see. I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah, tracking how many times we have a gameplay night. And then in number 1, 42 times. It's just 1. It is, again, it's these party games that get played a lot, especially in our group, and this one is just so easy to whip out, right? Like, hey, what do we need to play? I'm a little bit tired, maybe it's the last game, I'm a little bit tired in my head, just 1, yeah. Yeah, 42 times. Dixit got close, I think actually it cooled down just 1 at the end, because people were just like, Jesus Christ, we've played this a lot. And it cooled down on a little bit, so Dixit could catch a little bit up, but yeah, 41 to 42 times. Again, way ahead of Llama with 31 plays. But yeah, so that is the games I played, 155 different ones. I haven't mentioned all of them, I don't think I want to, I just took out the ones that I sort of saw. And of course, some of you might agree with something like Ticket Ride, United Kingdom and Pennsylvania. Shouldn't I just count that as Ticket Ride? That's an expansion. But I go into detail on the exact ones that I play of them. So yeah, but that was just a video about the games that I played this year. I am, for past year, for 2025, I am tracking down just how many we play every month as well. Like, I have side by side a games played in 2025 and a January 2025 list. I think I'm gonna use this one over here, just to track. I'm gonna mark it the fuck up. I'm gonna use this one here. You can't see it on here, but I'm gonna use that one to track how many times we've had a game meetup. So far it's twice this year. But yeah, I'm totally 100% gonna do this like this, yeah. So just a special square right there. Also I wanna do this. Yeah, a special square right there to all the times we've to all the games we've had a meetup in the group. Twice this year so far. We've played in 2 meetups. We've played 12 games. Well, it doesn't quite count because 2 of those games is from New Year's, so it's more 11 games because only 1 of them was played on New Year's only. So yeah. But yeah, I want to do one of these videos at the end of every month just to say what games did I play this month, and then at the end of the year, which games did I play this year and which ones are notable. I think all these 12 games I've played so far will have multiple plays of them. That's my guess. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too boring, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!